Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub. 2025 Honda CB500 might just be the bike you've been waiting for. In a segment that's constantly evolving with aggressive styling and sky-high horsepower numbers, the CB500 holds its ground with a calm, confident demeanor. This is a bike that doesn't shout, it simply delivers. Honda has taken the proven CB500 platform and refined it for 2025. This isn't a radical overhaul, but rather a series of precise, meaningful improvements that elevate the experience without losing the essence of what makes the CB500 special. It's the kind of motorcycle that welcomes you with open arms, whether you're a beginner looking for your first real bike or an experienced rider in need of a daily workhorse that won't leave your wrists numb and your wallet empty. At the heart of the 2025 CB500 is Honda's tried and tested 471 cubic centimeters parallel twin engine. This liquid-cooled, fuel-injected motor has gained a slight revision to the intake and ECU mapping this year, aimed at refining throttle response and smoothing out the power curve even more. The result is an engine that produces around 47 horsepower and 43 Nm of torque, which may not sound like much on paper, but in practice it's a delight. There's a linear delivery of power that's forgiving but still punchy enough to make city riding engaging and highway cruising totally doable. Twist the throttle in the low and mid-range and the CB500 responds with quiet confidence. It's not going to pull your arms out of their sockets, but it will get you where you need to go with ease and style. One of the most noticeable improvements in this 2025 iteration is the updated suspension setup. Honda has equipped the CB500 with a revised Showa SFFBP, separate function fork, big piston, front fork that improves handling feel and ride comfort. It soaks up road imperfections beautifully and gives the rider a better sense of control during spirited rides. Out back, the preload adjustable monoshock remains but has been retuned for a more planted rear end under acceleration and braking. The chassis, a diamond tube steel frame, remains largely unchanged but benefits from minor tweaks that improve overall rigidity and weight distribution. Braking is handled by dual 296mm front discs with two piston calipers and a single 240mm disc in the rear, with ABS as standard. It's a solid braking package that offers enough bite and feel for confident stops without being too aggressive for newer riders. The weight of the bike comes in at around 190 kg wet, which makes it light enough to be flickable yet substantial enough to feel stable on longer rides. The design of the 2025 CB500 reflects Honda's current styling language: angular, modern, and slightly aggressive without going over the top. It walks the line between sporty and sensible, and that's what gives it such wide appeal. The LED lighting all around is sharp and functional. The front gets a newly redesigned headlamp with a more focused beam spread for better nighttime visibility. The sculpted tank flows smoothly into the seat, and subtle changes in the body panels give the bike a more refined silhouette. It looks clean, balanced, and professional. It doesn't scream for attention, but once you notice it, it's hard not to appreciate how everything fits together. The ergonomics are spot on for a wide variety of riders. The upright seating position, comfortable seat height of 785mm, and well-placed handlebars make it a natural fit whether you're commuting through city traffic or exploring backroads on the weekend. The seat itself has received extra padding this year, providing more comfort on longer journeys. Rider and pillion both get ample room, and grab rails come standard at the rear. One area where Honda has really stepped up is the instrumentation. The CB500 now features a full-color TFT display, replacing the older LCD unit. It's crisp, easy to read in all lighting conditions, and offers Bluetooth connectivity for turn-by-turn navigation, call alerts, and media control via Honda's smartphone app. This brings a level of tech savviness to the CB500 that's increasingly important in today's connected riding environment. Another appreciated detail is the inclusion of a USB-C charging port under the seat, perfect for juicing up your phone or GPS device on the go. It's clear Honda thought about how the CB500 fits into the life of a real-world rider, not just what looks good on a spec sheet. Fuel economy has always been a strong point of the CB500, and the 2025 model continues the tradition with an impressive average of around 26 to 28 km per liter. Combined with a 17.1-liter fuel tank, that gives you excellent range, easily over 400 km between fill-ups depending on how you ride. For commuters, tourers, or even weekend adventurers, this is a huge plus. On the road, the CB500 is remarkably well-mannered. It's easy to ride, predictable, and never intimidating. Whether you're filtering through traffic, carving through corners, or cruising at highway speeds, the bike feels composed and unflustered. The gearbox is buttery smooth, and the slip-and assist clutch makes both upshifts and downshifts a breeze even in stop-and-go traffic. Everything about the CB500 feels like it's built for ease of use, and that's a rare quality. Yet despite its approachability, the CB500 still manages to be fun. Toss it into a twisty road and it responds with agility and confidence. The revised suspension makes a noticeable difference in how the bike corners, giving you more feedback and control. It's the kind of bike that makes you feel like a better rider than you are, and that's part of its magic. When it comes to pricing, Honda has managed to keep things competitive. In most markets, the 2025 CB500 is priced around $7,200, give or take depending on taxes and destination charges. For that money, you're getting a reliable, stylish, comfortable, and capable middleweight bike that can take on a variety of roles: commuter, weekend tourer, beginner-friendly trainer, or even a daily rider for the seasoned enthusiast. In countries like India or parts of Southeast Asia, localized versions or CKD models could bring the price even lower, broadening its appeal even further. What sets the CB500 apart in a sea of bikes trying to do everything at once is its commitment to doing the essentials exceptionally well. It doesn't overpromise, and yet it overdelivers in almost every area that matters. Honda's reputation for reliability, low maintenance costs, and widespread service availability only sweetens the deal. Riders looking to modify or customize their CB500 will also find plenty of aftermarket support, from performance exhausts to luggage systems and touring gear. Honda also offers a line of factory accessories, including heated grips, center stands, and saddlebags, perfect for those who want to set up their bike for long-distance riding or commuting in colder climates. Whether you're a new rider stepping up from a 125 or 300 cubic centimeters machine or a seasoned motorcyclist in need of something simple and honest, the 2025 Honda CB500 makes a compelling case. It's a bike that doesn't rely on gimmicks, doesn't need to scream for attention, and doesn't leave you exhausted after a ride. It's practical, yes, but it's also fun, and that's the sweet spot. In a time when motorcycles are getting more complicated, more expensive, and more intimidating, the CB500 reminds us why we started riding in the first place. It's about freedom, simplicity, and the joy of the open road. The 2025 CB500 might not be the loudest bike in the showroom, but it just might be the smartest choice you can make. So whether you're riding to work, heading out on a weekend trip, or simply escaping the chaos of the day, the CB500 is ready to go with you, mile after mile. It's reliable, it's friendly, and it's more capable than you might expect. And that's what makes it not just a good motorcycle, but a great one. So, there you have it, the 2025 Honda CB500, a bike that proves you don't need to go big to go far. Let us know what you think in the comments, and if you've ridden a CB500 before, we'd love to hear your story. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Bike Culture Hub for more in-depth reviews and real-world motorcycle content. Thanks for riding with us, and until next time, keep your rubber on the road and your throttle wide open.